got the rusty, not good parts knocked down pretty good on the roof now. So all these parts here, they're looking not bad. Pretty much got right down to the bare metal. Parts that were really bad I actually cut right out. Just to make sure that there wasn't anything on the inside like where it was all the way through with holes. So yeah, got this down right to the bare metal, no more rust anywhere, which is good. So now for under, there's two things I gotta do. This line right here at the windshield, I've gotta get this buzzed. So I'm gonna grind this here pretty aggressively. And the other thing is up here, we've got that line where the hood was, and I'm gonna grind this down. I've got some 40 grit on my oscillating sander, which is good. So 40 grit will knock that down really quick because it's quite aggressive. So we'll get that down to the bare steel so that the glue that we're gonna glue the top half of this roof down with is gonna set up. And then that's it. We'll get ready to glue this guy. One thing I do have to say though, is that this stuff down here, any of that windshield adhesive stuff, as I'm grinding this, I'm gonna be putting on a mask with charcoal filters, a half mask that has like a half decent seal. It's good to have a mask with charcoal filters for something like that, because when you actually grind that stuff, the vapors and fumes that it produces are actually really harmful and poisonous to you. Not good. So just a FYI for anybody else attempting something like this, just make sure you're wearing some kind of protection, because breathing that stuff in is super not good for you. So I'll be doing that while I tackle that. Probably hit that stuff with a grinder, I think, and then we'll hit the paint up top with that 40 grit. Okay, so now we got the roof line sanded down to the bare steel, so we know that that glue is going to stick. And not only that, the Bondo, where I'm going to feather out the Bondo too, once I have that panel glued in to make that seam nice and seamless, it'll stick to that as well. So we went past the edge of where our new roof is going to end, just to give me spot to Bondo into it. And that's what this looks like here. We're looking pretty good. So that roof is going to stick fairly well to this, which is good. And now the next part, which is where the pinch welds are, where that windshield is going to sit. So let me show you this. This is really, really rough. Okay, so we got rust holes there, really bad. Surface rust on the pinch weld section down here. Just tons and tons and tons of rust. So I'm gonna get to work grinding all that off. I'm gonna grind it really well, get all that rust ground right out of there with a grinding disc. I'm not messing around. And then we can probably start looking at getting ready to get that roof going, get that new roof section glued in, and then I'll tack weld it on the pinch welds here. This is an awful lot of work. But it'll be worth it. This truck's lucky I like it. So we're finally ready. Got the whole surface prepped, which is great. We're ready to start gluing. Now, never used this glue before. Just went on the recommendation of my father-in-law who owns a body shop, and he's sold on it. He said he always used to be a weld guy, but often now he'll use the glue just because it's actually a stronger adhesion than a weld, if you can believe it, and there's zero risk of leakage, like if there's any pinholes in your weld or anything like that. On top of that, being on the roof, we don't have to worry about catching our headliner on fire. Now I'm still gonna have to weld in the pinch welds. So down here, that's gonna have to be welded, which is fine. They're just gonna be like little tack welds where all those spot welds were. But the rest of this stuff up here, this is all gonna be glued. And that way we don't have to worry about catching the headliner on fire, because if that happens, there's virtually no way to stop it and I would be in big trouble. So what we're gonna use is this stuff. I wish I could tell you guys a whole bunch about it, but I don't know that much about it. This is my first time using it. This is a medium curing time. So they have different times for this. You can have a really quick curing time, which doesn't give you very much time at all to work it, or the stuff is kind of medium or longer, depending on how much time you want to have to set up your panels and how long this is going to take to tack up and cure. So this stuff has to go on bare metal, and it's got an interesting caulking gun. Weird kind of dual plunger type caulking gun for this. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a go and get our new roof panel on there. Right, just like so. Now where's my other mark up here? Right. Put some up here. And then in that seam, show you guys what I'm doing here. Put some in the seam here, but not up to that spot weld, because obviously I got a spot weld that. I'm just gonna put another layer here. Okay, I'm also going to put a little bit on the hood itself, where we grounded down to bare metal. Taking a ton of care not to drop any on my hood, because that would make me very mad. Okay, now we're going to place the roof and be very, very careful while we do. Get this sitting down properly. Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, just like so, and like so, and like so. This is sitting extremely tight. Like, there's no gaps. It's extremely tight all the way around, so I don't really think I'm going to worry about screwing it. Two places I did screw it was down here in the seam to make sure that this sucked down tight, and then I did the same thing over here on this side. And the angle that I ended up screwing it at was kind of out like that, so that I'm pulling the whole panel this way. Seemed to help keep this whole thing tight, so I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, so now I've left this to set up for quite a while, let this cure get super hard. So now this panel is never coming off, which is great. But one thing I do have to do is I still have these screws right here. Now, we don't want those screws there. So what I'm going to do is take the screw out, now that the panel is going to hold itself, and I'm going to fill that with the glue, just so that we don't have any leaks, and that's going to hold that forever and be totally leak free. So yeah, we're going to do that, and that's pretty much the end of this part of that repair. And now that that glue is set up, all that we have left to do is grind off the paint and some of that old window sealant on where our pinch weld is, and then literally lamp it down and start welding, start filling that in, kind of like tack welds, and then that'll be it. Then we can sand that down, put some filler on, and get some paint on there and get a windshield on this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. 9 down and like 30 to go.